Hello everyone, it's me Jenna. I'm back again with another episode of the Japan Sketchbook Diaries. We're already on episode 5. That's crazy to me. Is it crazy to you? If you haven't seen the previous episodes and you're curious, I will leave it on the screen somewhere. Just click. If you don't know me, hi, nice to meet you. My name's Jenna. I moved from the UK to Japan about a year and a half ago, and I'm documenting it. I want to capture these life experiences I'm having so I can look back on them in many years to come. We started a sketchbook and we're filling it up with lots of memories that I've had in Japan so far. Here's a sneak peek for the previous pages. So we've done a lot. In this episode, I will talk about November of 2023 to February and March of 2024. I'll cover a range of trips I took around Japan, and this was all around the time I was going through a pretty big life change in Japan that I was not anticipating. So I kind of wanted to talk about it in this video. If you're interested, then please keep watching. If you want to see more of my sketchbook, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get going on the first page. Here are the designs for the pages. I'm going to do a range of line drawing, painting, and just sticking lots of things in. And I'm very excited to be doing 2 double spreads, so let's get going. So the first thing on this page is Kagoshima. We went to Kagoshima just before Christmas and it was quite cold. Kagoshima is a city at the bottom of Kyushu, and it's a wonderful city. It's actually surrounded by this volcano, which is still active. So we went there, we wandered around, and we did a little bit of a mini hike up to this viewpoint where you can see the city, which was wonderful. At this time I was finding out some big news about my school that I was teaching at. It was going to be closing / combining with another school in 3 months. I found out in November time, I think it was. And as for my job, everything was becoming a little bit uncertain. I didn't really know what was going to happen to me, and obviously I was in Japan on a visa, so I had a lot of questions about that, and anxiety started to kick in and make me panic a little bit. So I started looking for other jobs, but I still didn't know what was going to happen right up until the start of February, I guess. But I was lucky that it was my favourite time of year, Christmas. Here I am with my boyfriend Will on our day trip to Kagoshima. It was very sunny but cold, so yeah. But as I said, this was all gearing up to Christmas, my favourite time of year. I was quite sad to be away from my family and my friends in the UK, but I was lucky that Will was in Japan with me, so we were able to celebrate together. And these are some little Christmas present tags that my mum had sent me and Will from the UK, and it just really made me happy, and it felt like she'd put a lot of thought into that. So I wanted to keep that and stick it in this page. This was my first Christmas away from home, so it was very, very different. But I still managed to make some lovely memories with Will. We tried to forget about the chaos going on with having to look for new jobs and things like that. I think to have this all happening around the time of the new year was, in a way, a blessing because it opened up new possibilities for me to make new friendships at a different school. And even though I didn't know what was going to happen, it sort of confirmed to me to always believe that things would work out. And they did work out in the end. I moved to a different school and I'm loving it so far. I've been there for like 4 or 5 months, but it just goes to show that if things are happening in your life that you're a bit uncertain about, you just have to believe that everything's going to work out. And as long as you're thinking positively about the situation, I think regardless of the outcome, you'll be okay. So Will and I took a trip. We went to Oita, Beppu and Yufuin. Yufuin is a small village that is designed to look like England, but people have compared it to Ghibli films. A lot of people think it looks like Hogsmeade from Harry Potter, so we wanted to go and see it. We weren't really sure what to expect. In Oita we did a lot. We saw the new Ghibli film, The Boy and the Heron, and we had a lot of coffee, went bowling, and it was a really, really great trip. It rained a lot, but we managed to have a cozy time inside some coffee shops and doing indoor things. So yeah. It's peak summer now, it's so bright. I've been looking for photos of Yufuin because it was so busy I didn't actually manage to take any. This is what we were expecting. It looks a little bit like Hogsmeade from Harry Potter, or kind of looks Ghibli-esque. It did look like this. There was just many people. So I think I'm gonna paint this with acrylic paint. It's a very, very cool place, but I kind of feel like tourists have swamped it and now it's not really a pleasant place to visit because there's too many people. Anyway, let's paint. I'm trying a technique of painting from the darkest areas out to the lightest, and we'll see how it goes. I'm enjoying trying different things with my art. There was also one thing about Yufuin that made me feel a little bit uncomfortable, maybe is the word for it. In this village, you're walking around and then there's just a part of this very, very small enclosed village that is for animals. You get to a point when you're walking around and then there's lots of caged owls. There was a lot of uncomfortable feelings for me, and there was so many people around these caged animals and it just made me feel a little bit uncomfortable, and the cages were so small too. So I think if you're visiting Yufuin, especially as a foreigner, because we're not so used to it, then you might not want to go to Yufuin. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Anyway. So we also were lucky to explore Kumamoto, a city that we're quite close to in Kyushu. I say close to, it still takes a couple of hours to get there, but it's a city that I had yet to visit in Japan. It felt like we needed to go there and see it. It's a cute little city. I love the mascot, which you'll see lots of. But yeah, this page is going to be all about Kumamoto. So it's time to stick in some things. The Kumamoto page is basically just stuff I collected to stick in because I found a lot of stuff in Kumamoto. They have this mascot, Kumamon, that if you go to Kumamoto you will definitely see this mascot everywhere. So there's a lot of goodies with his face on it. Also around this time I went to see my boyfriend play in a concert in his little town, which was very wonderful and very heartwarming. And I have the little program leaflet thing that I can stick in. The concert was England themed because he is from England and they wanted to do a concert all for him, which was lovely. I want to remember it by sticking this in. I have this 1 million yen Kumamon gold note thing, which I found and feels only right to stick in the sketchbook. I have all of these stickers too, which we'll try and use as many as possible. I also have these postcards, which I want to try to use. I think they're really cute. So yeah, nice. So I want to try and cut this to fit it in this sort of area of the page. I think it's just going to be a guess. So we went to Kumamoto with our friend Katie. So we went to see the castle, as you can see in this picture. And then we also went to see June Part 2. So I have the tickets for this. And we all thought it was incredible. Don't think it's in the cinemas anymore, so you can't watch it in the cinema, but definitely try to watch it if you can because it is incredible. So I will stick in this Polaroid and also these tickets. It's actually interesting looking at this footage of things that I was doing around February, March time, because I was just starting my new job at the new school and finding it quite overwhelming. I felt like I was close to giving up, but I'm glad I didn't. I kept going. Things got better week by week, and now I'm able to really enjoy my job every day. And I think it just goes to show struggles make you stronger, and you really do have to struggle in life to appreciate the achievements and the things that are good. I think not everything is going to be easy all the time, but the tough bits are worth going through to get to the other side. And we finished yet another sketchbook episode. I'm really happy with this sketchbook so far. I think it's going really well, and I'm really excited to be able to look back on this sketchbook when I'm like 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, or even like in just 5 years time, 1 year time. It's going to be really interesting to see everything I did. Let me know which part is your favourite of this episode. I really like this Yufuin painting. I like the way that it turned out. It's quite simple, it's not my best, but I'm happy with it. But I have to say that the Kumamoto page is my favourite, just because of the sheer amount of Kumamons. I mean, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. This sketchbook is filling up, guys. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... like 12 pages left. That's crazy. If you have been watching my episodes since the start, I just want to say thank you. It means everything to me that you're interested in my life. If you're watching and you're still here, firstly, thank you. But if you're not subscribed, then please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. But obviously, if you don't want to, then that's fine too. If you like this video, please give it a like. I hope you all have the most wonderful of days. Remember to be kind to people and chase your dreams. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!